welcome to part 2 of Ian Livingstone's Deathtrap Dungeon, the video adventure, early release. Last time we had a very long introduction to this glorious game. We entered the dungeon with a few people ahead of us, actually. We didn't open the box that had our name on it because this is Deathtrap Dungeon. We decided to go east following one set of footprints instead of west following the rest because the arrow pointed west and not east. We hacked open a big mushroom spore and coughed and sputtered a bit. Then we went down an incredibly hot corridor, drank an unknown liquid from some bamboo, which caused us to survive. We saw a room with a hole in it and some rope, and we decided to jump the hole and grab the rope. We didn't have to roll for that for some reason. We just did very well. That being said, I do seem to be down a luck point, so maybe it was automatic. Maybe it just removed my luck point sneaky-like and I didn't notice. That might be the case. The potion that we have chosen is the luck potion. Fortune. We do have the rope. We also have a wooden tube that we got from killing a couple of orcs that were blocking our way, and they knocked us all the way down from 24 to 17, so our stamina is somewhat low right now, but could be worse. We still have all 10 meals. The footprints have gone into this iron door and disappeared and never come out, and of our competitor. So it could imply that there is certain death in the door, or it could imply it's the correct direction to go. We could ignore it and keep going west, which probably implies that we would stop following this person and maybe meet up with some of the other people. And we would then, if there's any special items within this iron door, we would miss them. It's a tricky. I know you're screaming at me for your favorite option. It's a tricky decision, right? Really, like I said, I played a RPG version of these fighting fantasy books with my friends, and our method was to go in every room, always. Just about. There were a couple of rooms that were maybe death traps that we managed to avoid. I don't know how we managed to figure out which ones were which, but mostly they were survivable with enough ingenuity and luck and potions and stuff. But there I was a mighty sorcerer, and here not so much. Here I'm just a bit of an average pleb with a sword and a shield. Let's keep going west.
The passage soon leads to a junction where you notice more footprints on the floor, possibly as many as 3 pairs heading north from the south passage. You decide to follow them to where the passage opens out into a wide cavern, which is darker but much drier. Ahead, you see the footprints gradually fade, then disappear. There is a large idol in the center of the cavern that must be 6 meters high. In its head are jeweled eyes, each as big as your fist. On either side of the idol stand 2 giant stuffed, bird-like creatures.
Okay. We do have, for some mysterious reason, a jewel pouch. So I feel like we should try and take the jewels and deal with fighting these massive birds. If they come to life, if that's what happens.
The idol is very smooth and will be difficult to climb, but the rope you found earlier will help here, and you make it into a lasso. You whirl the rope above your head and throw it up at the idol, smiling happily as it lands around its neck. You then tighten the noose and start to climb,
oh gosh, how symbolic.
pulling yourself up the rope. You are soon at the top of the idol, sitting on the bridge of its nose and holding on to the rope. You draw your sword and wonder which jeweled eye to prize out first.
Ooh. We go 0.5 to the sinister, the left eye. Left, right, left, right. Which one was shining on that picture? I think the right eye was the one that was shining, wasn't it? I'm trying to remember back. There was a little twinkle on one of them. But is the shininess indicative of magic that's gonna happen? I'm gonna go left.
As you touch the idol's emerald eye, you hear a creaking sound below you.
Oh no.
Looking down, you are shocked to see the two stuffed birds flying off.
I'm so
Their
shocked.
wings flap in jerky movements, but they are soon above you and look set to attack.
I
You'll
couldn't
fight
predict
the
this at
flying
all.
guardians one at a time, but reduce your skill by 2 during this combat because of your restricted position.
Okay. Attack the Guardian. How are we doing?
You're able to grab the wing of the Guardian and send it crashing into the idol. It recovers, but you took some of its stamina.
I'll try my luck. I want to get rid of these.
You try your luck, and your luck is in.
That was fun. Keep on attacking.
The Guardian snaps at you with its vicious beak, but you're able to smash the hilt of your sword into its outstretched neck.
That was low rolls all around. I do kind of wish you could click and roll them yourself.
Coming at you with its razor-sharp talons,
Yes.
you're able to swipe your sword, partially removing one of the Guardian's toes.
Oh, a free
The
hiccup.
crumpled form of the first flying guardian falls crashing to the floor. So you ready yourself to take on the second.
Another free hiccup. Wow, you're getting all the free hiccups today. Let's attack and see what happens.
You're able to grab the wing of the Guardian and send it crashing into the idol. It recovers,
Hooray!
but you took some of its stamina.
Keep going. That was a good roll.
Guardian snaps at you with its vicious beak, but you're able to smash the hilt of your sword into its outstretched neck.
Although, it did get me a little bit.
Coming at you with its razor-sharp talons, you're able to swipe your sword, partially removing one of the Guardian's toes.
Clearly Lady Luck isn't in charge here because this is going okay so far. I spoke too
You
soon.
lunge for the creature as it flies above you,
Oh no!
but your sword clangs into the statue. Neither of you are harmed.
It's a draw. Come on, finish it. Ooh.
Guardian snaps at you with its vicious beak. You parry,
How
but the
dare.
tip of the creature's beak sinks deep into your arm.
Oh, my little armsies. Come on, one more hit. No!
The beating wing of the Guardian smashes into the side of your head, leaving you seeing stars,
How could you?
sapping your stamina.
Let's eat
You
provisions.
quickly eat some provisions, increasing your stamina by 4 points.
Just stuff my face in the middle of a fight.
Clawing at your leg with its talons,
Oh, for
the
goodness
Guardian
sake.
rips away a chunk of your stamina.
See, I jinxed it by saying that the luck was good. I was rolling well. This is what happens.
You're able to grab the wing of the Guardian and send
Finally.
it crashing into the idol.
That's
It
15.
recovers, but you took some of its stamina.
Your final swipe dispatches the second flying guardian. You look down and see the crumpled bodies of the two flying guardians lying motionless on the floor.
Suck it,
You
Guardians.
start to prize out the idol's emerald eye with the tip of your sword. At last it comes free, and you are surprised by its weight when it falls into your hand. Hoping it may be of use later, you put it in your backpack.
I've got an emerald. I would like to prize out the right eye now, please. This is probably going to kill me.
You try to force the point of your sword under the emerald eye.
Oh, it's an emerald.
Much to your surprise, the emerald shatters on contact, releasing a jet of poisonous gas straight into your face.
Oh, of course it does.
The gas knocks you out, and you release the rope, bouncing down the idol and crashing onto the stone floor.
Greedy.
Your adventure ends.
No. Okay. There's a little save point here, so I can.
There is a large idol in the center of the cabin.
I'm going to do that fight all over again.
6 meters high. In its head are jeweled eyes, each as big as your fist. On either side of the idol stand 2 giant
Old
stuffed
school art.
bird-like creatures.
Right, let's get that emerald.
The idol is very smooth and will be difficult to climb. But
Doink. We know how this goes. Prize out the left eye.
as you touch the idol's emerald eye, you hear a creaking sound below you. Looking down, you are shocked to see the 2
Attack of the killer
stuffed
flamingos.
birds flying off.
No.
Their wings flap in jerky movements, but they are soon above you and look set to attack. You'll fight the flying guardians one at a time, but reduce your skill by 2 during this combat because of your restricted position.
Alright, come on. Let me at him. Fight. Ugh.
You manage to grab one of its legs, flipping it over, making it fall fast, but it recovers just before hitting the ground. Neither of you are harmed.
Come on.
The guardian
This is
snaps at you.
going very bad.
Vicious beak. You
Compared to
parry,
last time.
but the tip of the creature's beak sinks deep into your arm. The guardian snaps at you with its vicious beak,
We win.
but you're able to smash the hilt of your sword into its outstretched neck.
How vicious is that beak on a scale of 1 to 10? Come on now.
Coming at you with its razor-sharp talons, you're able to swipe your sword, partially removing one of the guardian's toes.
So I tried luck last time, so let's do that again at this point. Oh no.
You try your luck.
I only just made
Your
that.
luck.
I have to roll under the luck number, and I just made it.
The beating wing of the guardian smashes into the side of your head, leaving you seeing stars and sapping your stamina.
Quick.
You
Stuff some food in my
quickly eat
face.
some provisions, increasing your stamina by 4 points.
Okay, the second guardian, it better be easy. Oh no.
You lunge for the creature as it flies above you, but your sword clangs into the statue. Neither of you are harmed.
No. Okay, that's
You're
better.
able to grab the wing of the guardian and send it crashing into
Hiccuping
the
is lucky,
idol.
it turns out.
It recovers, but you took some of its stamina.
The crumpled form of the first flying guardian falls crashing to the floor. So you ready yourself to take on the second.
Not another one. Go. Snake eyes!
Clawing at your leg with its talons, the guardian rips away a chunk of your stamina.
That's not my stamina, that's my leg.
The guardian snaps at you with its vicious beak. You parry,
Off
but
with
the
you.
tip of the creature's
Off
beak
with your
sinks
toe.
deep into your arm.
No, its beak got me.
The guardian snaps at you with its vicious beak,
Finally.
but you're able to smash the hilt of your sword into its outstretched
Come on, do the
neck.
chopping off its toe move again. No.
coming at you with its razor-sharp talons. You're able to
Only
swipe
just.
your sword, partially removing one of the Guardian's toes.
Come on. I hit it 2 more times. That's
You're
good.
able to grab the wing of the Guardian and send it crashing into the idol. It recovers, but you took some of its stamina.
What would have been nice is if we'd have known the second eye was the same color.
The beating wing of the Guardian smashes into the
As the
side of your
first.
head, leaving you seeing stars and sapping your stamina.
Because then I wouldn't have tried to take it and we wouldn't be doing this all over again. Look at my poor stamina.
The Guardian snaps at you with its vicious beak, but you're able to smash the hilt of your sword into its outstretched neck.
Your final swipe dispatches the second flying guardian.
Beheaded.
You look down and see the crumpled bodies of the 2 flying guardians lying motionless on the floor. You start to prize out the idol's emerald eye with the tip of your sword. At last it comes free, and you are surprised by its weight when it falls into your hand. Hoping it may be of use later, you put it in your backpack.
Okay. Let's climb back down.
Back on solid ground once again on the cavern floor, you try to shake the rope off the idol's neck. This will be a test of your luck. Remember, 2 dice are rolled. Equal to or less than your current luck score, you'll have been lucky. Higher than your current luck score, you have been unlucky.
That's fine.
The lasso loosens itself, and you are able to shake it free of the idol's neck. It falls to the floor with a loud clatter. You quickly coil the rope up again and put it in your backpack. Wasting
Wonderful.
no more time in the cavern, you run forward to the tunnel in the northern wall.
I have something
Not much
competitors don't
farther
have.
down the tunnel, you come to a closed door on your left. Putting your ear to the door, you listen intently but hear
That's
nothing.
exactly what we did in the RPG. Let's open the door.
You enter a room which is small and completely empty. As soon as you are inside, the door slams shut behind you.
No.
Suddenly a voice booms out of nowhere, shouting, "Welcome to Deathtrap Dungeon, the ingenious killer labyrinth of my master. Adventurer, I trust you will pay your respects to my master by shouting out his name."
I'm gonna go with this.
You take a deep breath.
Sukumavit is a worm.
Shout. "Sukumvit is a worm." Once again, the mysterious voice calls out, only this time, to your great surprise, in a far less threatening tone. "Good. My master likes those who show spirit.
I thought he
Take
did.
this gift to help you. It will grant you one wish, but one wish only. Farewell." A gold ring magically
wish bell.
appears out of nowhere and lands at your feet with a gentle tinkle. You pick it up and put it on one of your fingers.
Oh,
The door opens and you step
Excellent.
back into the tunnel to continue north.
excellent.
The tunnel twists and turns, but keeps steadily north. Ahead, you see a thin shaft of blue light streaming down from the ceiling
Well,
to the
that's
floor.
maddening.
It sparkles and shimmers, and you can see images of laughing faces in the light.
I feel like I want to walk around
You
this.
come to an arched doorway set in the right-hand wall of the tunnel. The heavy stone door is closed, but there is an iron latch and a round handle.
Try the door.
Lifting the latch and pushing the heavy stone door open, you find yourself in a large cabin. The light is dim and murky, but as your eyes begin to adjust, you see that the walls are covered in green algae and running with moisture. The floor is strewn with straw. The atmosphere is warm, damp, and fetid.
What lives here?
And a soft humming sound fills the air.
Uh-oh.
You step gingerly through the straw towards a corner of the cabin where there appears to be a shallow pit. Peering warily into the pit, you are disgusted to see a mass of pale, writhing worms, some as much as 1/2 meter long.
Some of it is a what?
Nauseated, you're about to turn away when you notice that their undulating bodies are swarming around a dagger. Its point held fast in a crack in the pit floor. The hilt is cased in black leather, studded with opals, and the blade is fashioned from a strange, reddish-black burnished metal
Well, that doesn't
you have
sound
never
demonic.
seen before. You long to touch the dagger, but this would mean plunging your hand in among the writhing worm.
I kind of don't want to grab it, but because I'm playing a game, I kind of do want to grab it. I'm going to grab it, but I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think the right thing to do is back away.
Taking a deep breath, you lean over the pit and plunge your forearm into the mass of wriggling worms.
They're just worms, right?
Cold and clammy, and feel extremely nasty, but at least they are harmless, and you are able to seize the dagger by the hilt. You give it a hard tug, and it comes away from the crack in which the tip was embedded. Admiring its beauty, and wondering whether it might once have belonged to some luckless contestant, you put the opal-studded dagger firmly in your belt and leave the cabin.
Okay.
As you make your way back to the doorway,
Interesting.
the buzzing sound increases in
Oh
intensity.
no. Maggots turn into
And
flies.
you look around, desperately to discover where it's coming from. Glancing up in the nick of time, you see a huge and grotesque black shape of a giant fly emerging from a recess high up in the cavern wall.
Can I run away?
As it gets closer, you realize that it's at least 1.5 meters long. Its
That's as
opaque
big as
wings
me.
vibrate, making the sickening buzzing noise you can hear. And its 6 black, hairy legs are poised to grasp your body. Below, its multifaceted eyes is a long, shiny black proboscis, which darts in and out venomously.
Venomously?
You have stolen the giant fly's treasure from her brood of maggots, and you must face the consequences.
Must I?
It's time to test your luck again.
Oh no.
Remember, a roll equal to or less than your luck score means you've been lucky, but a roll higher than your luck could end bad.
What have I done? That little smug smile. Oh no,
The giant
no.
fly dives down and seizes you with 4 of its legs.
I'm gonna
It
die by
climbs quickly
fly.
back to the roof of the cabin, and you find yourself dangling helplessly in its grasp.
Oh no.
Then, to your horror,
It drops
suddenly
me
releases its grip,
into the
and
worms.
you fall 10 meters to the floor, landing heavily. We'll roll 1 die here and deduct the number from your stamina score.
Oof. Okay.
The giant fly swoops down again to try to capture you, but this time you manage to evade its outstretched legs. Stepping back, you draw your sword to prepare to fight the hideous insect as it turns to attack you again.
Run away. Run away. There's no option. No.
Again, it grabs you with 4 of its legs. climbing quickly and dropping you to the floor, landing heavily.
Escape.
As you prepare to take on the giant fly, you find yourself next to the door you came in. Happy to leave the fly locked in the room, you take the opportunity to escape, but not before the fly hits you with a final swipe in the back, costing you 2 stamina points.
That's fine. I would have taken much more
The
than that if I
tunnel
kept
ends
fighting.
shortly at a junction. Looking left and right, you see a narrow passage disappearing into the dim distance.
Excuse me while I eat some food. Nom. 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 Going east went quite well for us earlier. Let's look at the map. Can we zoom out? Oh, we can. The save points at every decision, look. So yeah, that did indeed bring us around in a loop. I don't know why there's a little branch up here. Didn't tell us about that. Was that where the bamboo was? Was that where we died? So the other guys went past some unknown threat this way. So then they didn't get the rope to do this. So the fun thing is, if you play this yourself, you can try all of it. And you can go back to any point. It's like having your fingers in all the pages of the book. But yeah, we've explored pretty well most of it. When we got to this point, it didn't let us go backwards and backtrack, which is what we kept doing in our RPG game to our long-suffering game master's despair. Shall we go east or west? East or west? East or west? Let's go west.
Ahead, you hear the sound of rocks being ground and crushed.
We
The
should have gone
noise
east.
grows louder, and suddenly you realize that the wall on your right is starting to collapse. Terrified, you watch as a large, hideous, worm-like creature with a gaping mouth and powerful mandibles
More bugs.
slithers through a hole in the wall. Its great jaws continue to crunch the rock as it turns its head slowly from side to side, feeling the cool air in the tunnel.
Stay very still.
It appears to be totally blind, but seems to know of your presence, perhaps sensing the heat of your body. It starts to slither towards you with its mandibles wide apart to attack.
Leave me alone. I'm back down the tunnel to the junction to... No, let's fight it. There's probably something cool beyond
You
it.
draw your sword and advance slowly towards the huge, slimy rock grub.
Why would it be slimy? It would be dusty, surely. Oh gosh, it's got quite high skill. And I'm rolling like poop.
You thrust your sword, and you clearly damage the creature.
Attack, attack.
Picking up a rock, you manage to smash it into the head of the rock grub.
Surely it's immune to
It
rocks.
screeches in pain, withdrawing enough for you to ready for another attack.
Keep going, keep going. Okay, that's good.
The rock grub is strong, but slow. You swing your sword, which smashes into its pulsating body.
Come on, keep going. It's probably gonna get at least one hit in on me, right? Is this the hit?
You thrust your sword, and you
Nope.
clearly damage the creature.
Clearly. Come on.
Picking up a rock, you manage to smash it into the head of the rock
Phew.
grub. It screeches in pain, withdrawing enough for you to ready for another attack.
Right, is this where it gets me?
The rock grub is strong, but slow.
Not as strong as
You
me.
swing your sword, which smashes
Flexing the
into its
muscles.
pulsating body.
Pleased with your combat skills, you step round the great bulk of the dead rock grub and peer into the darkness of the borehole it left. You can only see a few meters, but are able to make out that it inclines slightly and is wet from the secreted slime of the rock grub.
Ew. Explore the borehole.
Tapping the side of the borehole with your sword, You tread your way blindly through the sticky slime. You follow its twisting and turning course for what seems an age, and begin to wonder where it might lead. Suddenly, you hear a slithering sound up ahead.
Uh-oh.
You freeze with fear, your eyes desperately trying to pierce the pitch-black darkness.
What have I done?
Before you realize what is happening, you are gripped round the neck by the powerful mandibles of another rock grub. It is the mate of the rock grub you killed.
Oops.
And has been attracted by the smell of blood on your sword.
Oops.
It squeezes harder until your neck snaps like a small twig. Your adventure ends here.
Oh no. What have I done? Maybe that wasn't such a good idea going in there. Maybe. But we're at 31 minutes, so we'll restart that and not do that next time in the next episode. I'll catch you next time, either on YouTube here or perhaps on twitch.tv/hollydragon_. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.